The Popish Plot was a fictitious conspiracy concocted by Titus Oates that between 1678 and 1681 gripped the kingdoms of England and Scotland in anti-Catholic hysteria. Oates alleged that there existed an extensive Catholic conspiracy to assassinate Charles II, accusations that led to the executions of at least 22 men and precipitated the Exclusion Bill crisis. Eventually Oates' intricate web of accusations fell apart, leading to his arrest and conviction for perjury. Background development of English anti-Catholicism. The fictitious Popish Plot must be understood against the background of the English Reformation and the subsequent development of a strong anti-Catholic sentiment among the mostly Protestant population of England. The English Reformation began in 1533, when King Henry VIII, 1509–1547, sought an annulment of his marriage to Catherine of Aragon to marry Anne Boleyn. As the Pope would not grant this, Henry broke away from Rome and took control of the Church in England. Later, he had the monasteries dissolved, causing opposition in the still largely Catholic nation. Under Henry's son, Edward VI, 1547–1553, the Church of England was transformed into a strictly Protestant body, with many remnants of Catholicism suppressed. Edward was succeeded by his half-sister Mary I of England, 1553–1558, daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine. She was a Catholic and returned the Church in England to union with the Holy See. Mary tainted her policy by two unpopular actions. She married her cousin, King Philip II of Spain, where the Inquisition continued, and had 300 Protestants burned at the stake, causing many Englishmen to associate Catholicism with the involvement of foreign powers and religious persecution. Elizabeth and later Protestant monarchs hanged and mutilated hundreds of Catholic priests and laymen. Mary was succeeded by her Protestant half-sister, Elizabeth I, 1558–1603, who again broke away from Rome and suppressed Catholicism. This, and her dubious legitimacy, she was the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, led to Catholic powers not recognizing her as queen and favoring her next relative, the Catholic Mary, Queen of Scots. Elizabeth's reign saw Catholic rebellions like the Rising of the North, 1569, as well as plots like the Ridolfi Plot, 1571, or the Babington Plot, 1586, both intending to kill Elizabeth and replace her with Mary with the help of a Spanish invasion. After the latter, Mary was beheaded in 1587. This and Elizabeth's support of the Dutch revolt in the Spanish Netherlands, triggered Philip II of Spain's attempted invasion with the Spanish Armada, 1588. This reinforced the impression that Catholicism was a foreign element, while the Armada's failure convinced many Englishmen that God was supportive of Protestantism. Anti-Catholic sentiment reached new heights in 1605 after the Gunpowder Plot was discovered. Catholic plotters attempted to topple the Protestant regime of King James I by blowing up both king and parliament during the state opening of Parliament. However, Guy Fawkes, who was in charge of the explosives, was discovered the night before and the attempt thwarted. The magnitude of the plot, had it succeeded, most leading government figures would have been killed in one stroke, convinced many Englishmen that Catholics were devious conspirators who would stop at nothing to have their way, thus making allegations about Catholic plots more believable. Anti-Catholicism in the 17th century. Anti-Catholic sentiment was a constant factor in how England perceived the events of the following decades. The 30 Years' War, 1618–1648, was seen as an attempt by the Catholic Habsburgs to exterminate German Protestantism. Under the early Stuart kings, fears of Catholic conspiracies were rampant, and the policies of Charles I, especially his church policies, which had a decidedly high church bent, were seen as pro-Catholic and likely induced by a Catholic conspiracy headed by Charles' Catholic queen, Henrietta Maria of France. This, together with accounts of Catholic atrocities in Ireland in 1641, triggered the English Civil War, 1642–1648, which led to the abolition of the monarchy and a decade of Puritan rule, which espoused religious tolerance for most forms of Protestantism but not for Catholicism. The restoration of the monarchy in 1660 under King Charles II brought with it a reaction against all religious dissenters, that is, all outside the established Church of England. As a result, Catholics felt popular hostility and legal discrimination. Anti-Catholic hysteria flared up lightly during the reign of Charles II, which saw various disasters such as the Great Plague of London, 1665, and the Great Fire of London, 1666. After the latter, rumors and propaganda floated around about arson, with Catholics and especially Jesuits as the first to be blamed. Kenyon remarks, at Coventry, the townspeople were possessed by the idea that the Papists were about to rise and cut their throats. A nationwide panic seemed likely, and as homeless refugees poured out from London into the countryside, they took with them stories of a kind which were familiar to them in 1678 and 1679. Anti-Catholicism was fueled by doubts about the religious allegiance of the king, who had married a Catholic princess, Catherine of Portugal, and formed an alliance with France, then the leading Catholic power in Europe, against the Protestant Netherlands. Furthermore, Charles' brother and heir presumptive, James, Duke of York, had embraced Catholicism. In 1672, Charles issued the Royal Declaration of Indulgence, in which he suspended all penal laws against Catholics and other religious dissenters. This resulted in growing fears by Protestants of increasing Catholic influence in England and led to conflict with Parliament during the 1670s. In December 1677, an anonymous pamphlet, possibly by Andrew Marvell, spread alarm in London by suggesting that the Pope planned to change the lawful government of England.